Sorry.
At what
I
point,
can't have a civilized
all right,
debate.
at what point do you think that Muslims will be 2% of the population?
Well, let me put it to you this way.
Not 2020, not 2022.
Let's look at what happened in France. They are now 10% of the population. Germany is predicted to be an Islamic republic within the next 25 years.
Yeah, but that's not us. We're not Germany or France.
Yeah, but
and
we have
gonna be
the same fertility rate if you take out Hispanics. The only reason that America has a higher fertility rate than anywhere else is because Hispanics have more kids. But we're on our way. Our fertility rate's about 2.2. The Muslim fertility rate of any country it goes into, it eventually overtakes.
All right, but
and historically, as soon as the Muslim population of a country gets over 10%, they start turning it into Sharia law.
But
that is taking place all over Europe.
Even if you buy that, we're not going to be a 10% Muslim country before 2070 at the earliest.
Okay. Why get it started? Why not just say, look, this is something that didn't work out. Islam is not compatible with the U.S. Islam is not compatible with the U.S. Constitution. If Islam properly practiced makes homosexuals and women second-class citizens, it allows slavery, it allows child molestation. It's not compatible with our way of life. We don't have to let communists in. We don't have to let Nazis in. We don't have to let Muslims in. We don't have to let anybody that wants something against our way of life.
You're saying that simply by being a member of the Muslim religion, that somebody believes in all that stuff.
Well, we'll never know.
If you take 2 years to put somebody through the immigration system, won't you be able to find out quite a bit about them?
I don't want to spend billions of dollars trying to track people down to the village in Pakistan they originated from.
Yeah, but
we don't have time for that.
We do. We've been doing that.
We can't do that. We couldn't do that to the Germans.
We've been doing that. We've had a 2-year time period between the time somebody applies to come over here and they get over here.
You can't. There are no records. They're not keeping records in Syria about whether somebody is a danger to the U.S. Well, who are you going to call? Some ministry in Syria and say, is this a good guy? They don't know. They don't even know how his kids are going to be once he gets here. Most of these bad things that are happening happen from the second generation. When they've been here, a Muslim may come here with patriotic American values, and his kids might embrace the religion and become jihadists.
You're saying 20% of the world shouldn't have the opportunity to come over here because they come from a Muslim country.
Yes, that is right. And furthermore, if there was a Nazi country like Nazi Germany, I would say they shouldn't be allowed here either. And if there was a country that wanted our destruction, like the Soviet Union, I wouldn't let them come here. We have a right to choose who comes to this country.
I know Russian immigrants, and they're some of the most wildly American and patriotic people that you can find.
I understand.
They got the F out of Russia because they like America.
Right. What if we were in a hot war with Russia? Should we let people in during war? Should we let North Koreans in the 1950s when we were
all right,
at war
how
with
hot
them?
is the frickin' war between us and the Muslim
Have
world?
you looked at the news? Have you seen what's going on? This is it, man.
There are terrorist attacks going off like popcorn every, month. Somebody does something shitty with a truck. And you've got ISIS doing their caliphate shit, even though that shit's falling apart. But ISIS is 30,000 people, maybe more if you, I don't know, how many people?
Pakistan has a nuclear bomb, and last month they threatened to shoot it at Israel. Does that make you feel good?
No.
So we should let lots of Pakistanis come here that may want to shoot a nuclear bomb at Israel.
Most Pakistanis don't want to shoot a bomb at Israel.
That's not true. Every study shows that the average Pakistani would like Israel destroyed. Along with us, by the way. You think the average Mohammedan wants a big Christian nation and a big Jewish nation right in their midst? Muhammad spent his whole life killing Jews and Christians.
People aren't strict Mohammedans in the sense
Look, that's
that
the
you
whole
are.
problem. They are.
They're not. You don't have 1.3 billion people dedicated to a
Every week they murder somebody for blaspheming against Allah in Pakistan. They are executing homosexuals. They're burning women for not agreeing to slavery in Iraq. In England, they found a ring of Pakistanis that made 1,400 young girls into sex slaves, English girls. They brought that
hold on.
England, 1,400. I believe it was the city
sorry?
of Birmingham.
There's no way there are 1,400 girls turned into sex slaves in Birmingham, England.
It might not have been Birmingham. I'm looking right into the camera because those of you who live in England know that what I'm saying is true. A ring of Pakistani men came to England. They went to a small town, city of about 250,000. They turned 1,400 girls into sex slaves, children.
What, they sent them on? They shipped them out of Birmingham or wherever?
No, they'd find them on the street. They'd say, "Come on back into our world." They'd get them addicted to drugs. They'd lock them up. I don't know.
No,
they
that
pass them
seems
around.
unreasonable. That almost 1% of the population
It
is.
absolutely happened. It took them a long time. It didn't happen overnight. But that's what you're inviting here, Rick. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. You know what? For a guy with a daughter, I don't know why you don't consider these possibilities. I know why, because he didn't even know it happened.
That.
Typical liberal. You listen to the liberal news and they don't even tell you this stuff. You're not being well informed.
All right, we should need to get on the internet at some point and look up the
I actually know the number. It was 1,400. I think it was Birmingham, but it might have been another city. And that's another thing. Sweden is now the rape capital of the Northern Hemisphere. Do you know
hold on.
There are more rapes in Sweden now?
I'm calling timeout. We got to go to the internet. We're going to go upstairs. We're going to go to the internet.
All right. Lifeline, internet.